Hello, it's Wednesday, the 10th of October, 2007. This is Brian Shannon speaking. The market's closed. The S&P 500 finished with a loss of 46 cents today, about 1/3%. No damage done once again. You can see this uptrend remains solidly intact here on the daily time frame, up at all-time highs. Looking at the 10-minute time frame, it seems like it's getting a little bit tired in here. We tested that trend line once again. The trend line did hold, so continues to be a bull market, and people who are selling short are on the wrong side of the market. Will continue to be until we get this 5-day moving average turning lower and markets coming in. I think that this moving average, not the moving average, but rather the trend line here, is going to take on really pretty added significance once it does break. I think that just because it's been tested so many times in here recently, and those tests are becoming more frequent, I think the odds are getting greater for some kind of pullback in here. But again, there's nothing on this chart that indicates that's the case. We do have a lower high, but we've had those plenty of times before, and then the market just explodes higher. The trend, the primary trend, still remains up, and the intermediate term trend does as well. So as long as that is the case, we'll continue to give the benefit of the doubt to the buyers. And support levels, I still think that this 154.70 level is going to be continue to be important, and then 153.10, just the next level down should be where this market starts to find a little bit of support if it does get a breakdown. But once again, there's nothing here to suggest that the market is breaking down or about to break down. The one, the area that's the weakest but hasn't really broken down is the semiconductor group. Continues to hold up above that 3780 level, and once again today that level was tested. It briefly pierced below it for a few minutes, but again, it's the breakdowns through support after a large decline like this that typically tend to fail. We did get a bounce from that level. I think that gave some confidence to the buyers overall in the market, as the rest of the market seemed to begin to rally at that point as well, once the semiconductors seem to have found some support near that 3780 level. So 3780 to about 3910 remains the range for the semiconductors. Until it can break out of that range, you're better off just searching elsewhere for your trades. The IWM Russell 2000, this finished today with a gain, actually a loss of 6 cents, or about 0.067%. Still in a very solid uptrend here on this daily time frame. Nice pattern of higher highs and higher lows. Looking at the 10-minute time frame, yesterday we saw that the well, I guess we were looking at this trend line. That this trend line had broken. Actually, I think I drew it like that. That's how I drew it yesterday. Yesterday I drew this trend line like this, saying that it looked like it broke intraday. But again, it's the breaking of support, and more importantly, the direction of the 5-day moving average that matters most. This level in here seems to be pretty important, this 83.20 or so. So 83.20, 83.30, that's an important level of support. If it breaks below that, I think we'd probably come down and fill this gap, come down to about 82.50 or so. And then below that, we've got the next level at about $82 a share. But then again, breaking past this 84.40 or so could lead to the next leg higher that brings this market to all-time highs. Looking at the weekly time frame, you can see that it's very close to that level, and the path of least resistance continues to be higher, so the benefit of the doubt should go to the buyers. The NASDAQ 100, once again, another record high, up 13 cents here. This market, again, it just seems like it wants to make a new record high every day, and so we've got an uptrend that's extended, and it keeps getting more extended by the day. But again, we've got a nice pattern of higher highs and higher lows, so there's no reason to look for an area to sell this market short. Looking again at the rising 5-day moving average, that's going to give us the benefit of the doubt to the buyers. I think that $52.90, $53 a share, that's probably going to be a little level of support on the way back. This market doesn't have a lot of support under it the way it's moving so rapidly. So when and if we do get a surprise sell-off, it might come very rapidly, because it doesn't seem as though, it seems as though the shorts are just being squeezed out of this market. So they're not going to be able to provide any support for this market if it pulls back down. In other words, their bids aren't going to be there because these guys are just getting decimated. So we've removed a lot of demand from the market, and there's probably going to be a reluctance to purchase on any such pullback until it pulls back a little bit deeper. So just be careful. Continue to raise your stops. Have a plan in mind for hitting the exits when it comes, and be sure to lock in these great gains.